Good morning, Barre Troop. How are we doing today? I hope that you are well, of course. And we are here with our Barre snacks. And Series 3 is going through some names of movements that you can implement in your Barre classes, your legs, bums and tums. Maybe you'd like to start to integrate some kind of Barre, and always remember, I'm coming from a fitness angle on ballet Barre. So yes, we use ballet movements, but we are really implementing them into our fitness classes. So we are going to be catering for people that maybe have done quite a lot of dance in their background, all the way through to someone who's never done anything at all, not one thing. So you've got to cater for everybody. And obviously we're catering for different ages as well. Now I'm mentioning all of these things because I'm going to talk about the Relevé this morning, or a Demi Pointe, tiptoes, that kind of thing. Now, because we're catering for all sorts of different people, different ages, we have to also think about what may be going on in people's feet. Now, I'm no spring chicken, and you know there are things going on. There's wear and tear. Dare I say it? There's a wear and tear. Oh, I'm so sorry. I can't see any comments. I can see I've got one. 2 seconds. Let's have a look. Good morning. Oh, thank you, Melissa. Thank you. So, thinking about that, this move, a Relevé, Demi Pointe, up onto your tiptoes, heel lifted. I'm just trying to think of all the different things that we could use to describe this move. Can be done in all positions. And again, I've gone through the feet positions a couple of weeks ago, so do have a look at that series. So I'm just going to come into a parallel or sixth position here, and of course you can have that much closer together. I don't tend to like to put my bones together, because when you start to move they really do press together, so I always have some kind of a little gap at least. So for the purpose of the video, I'm going to have a bigger gap so that you can see. So sixth position. So a Relevé is, as I've said, we're going to come up onto. Now most people are going to say, oh, your ankles. That's right, because of the wear and tear that I have endured. So a Relevé, I'm going to come to the bar because it's quite nice, isn't it, just to have that so I can stay up. So obviously we're looking at strengthening the ankles around all of those joints, quads, hamstrings, glutes. Squeeze those glutes. And where does your balance come from? Of course you all know that it's your core. But what I don't want you to think of is always give the option not to come up onto the Relevé, not to come up onto Demi Pointe, up onto your tiptoes. Keep the heels down. Bearing in mind some people may be experiencing arthritis around that big toe joint, bunions, ankle issues. You know, as I've gone on. Lots of descriptive words this morning for age. You know, you've gone over on your ankle and you may have some injuries there with the soft tissue. It's not making it very comfortable for you to continue coming up onto your toes. So if you're giving that option, give the option to keep the heels down. It's absolutely fine. And also keep your shoes on. Although you see me with I've got toe socks on this morning with the grippiness. You could do this with your trainers on as well if people really, really feel that gives them a little bit more support. Absolutely fine. So Relevé, coming up onto your Demi Pointe and out. Maybe you're going to come into a demi plie on the Relevé, But remember, we don't have to come up into that stiletto height. It could just be a kitten heel. It could, in fact, I've got to squeeze my bottom much harder to stay in this lower position than I have to come all the way up. So just give that food for thought, really, while you're teaching this. Options to keep the heels down. You don't have to come all the way up into that stiletto height to get the benefits from it. Every position, first, second. When we're in second position, coming up into Relevé, in the ballet world, we wouldn't have it too wide, because if we were to have it too wide, you wouldn't be able to come up onto a complete point. So right up onto your toes if you're into those point shoes. But we're not. We're coming from that fitness place. So we can have our feet a little bit wider to come up into that Relevé. Second, third position, again, natural turnout, same thing. Fourth position, you can, and as I've said before, fifth position isn't a very nice position for the fitness side. But into a Relevé, if you've got participants that are happy to be in Relevé, you can come up into a very tight fifth, and you can feel that really on the inner thighs. So I hope I've given you some teaching points that you may be able to offer in your barre classes. Remember, you can integrate these in your body conditioning classes, legs, bums and tums. Just give it a little bit of a twist to freshen things up, rather than constantly saying heel up, squats, that kind of thing. That's it from me. That is the Relevé, the Demi Pointe, up onto your tiptoes, half point. Anybody else? Write them in the comments if you can think of any other words to use for that. Remember, you don't have to come up into a stiletto height. Can be anywhere from a kitten heel all the way up to that. You're looking for straight knees unless you're coming into a plie. Guys, the music I've got in the background, of course, is Pure Energy, and it's the Mind Body Beats Volume 7. Discount code is in the description if you're looking to buy some music that you can play on all of your platforms. My name's Ali, guys, and I'll be back tomorrow with some more barre snacks.